What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Cheeky Crypto Uncensored. Some intriguing news came out overnight. A potential hack on XRP, more importantly here on Bitfinex. Let's jump straight over to the article that really brought this to light. A hacker attempts to steal over $15 billion worth in XRP from Bitfinex, but of course it was failed, it was caught. Bitfinex CEO reveals failed hacking attempt using the XRP ledger. Nearly $15 billion worth in XRP was targeted. It was recently revealed by the CEO of Bitfinex that there was an attempt to exploit their system using the feature of the XRP ledger network. The hackers attempted to move nearly $15 billion in XRP, half of XRP's total value. However, the attempt was unsuccessful. The actual transaction was just a few cents of XRP. The attempt failed because the sender did not have enough money to carry out the transactions. How ironic. The aim was likely to trick Bitfinex into thinking the transfer was real, which could lead to a hack. Bitfinex's system recognised that the transfer was a partial payment, a feature in XRP's ledger where payments can be reduced. Now, of course, hacks are never good, but they are unfortunately a part of our space. But it's good to see Bitfinex really jumping on the back of this very quickly. Obviously, nothing really happened there. It was a few cents, but it's good to know that this was really caught quickly, it was targeted, and it has been covered. When we jump over to our Discord, obviously we do have the whale alerts that do come through here. We can see on the menu the tab for the whale alerts, and where we can see all sorts of things happening here. The likes of a pre-dormant mine address containing 200 Ethereum has just been activated over 8.5 years of idleness. But what we can see is the API issue that was coming out of Bitfinex. 25.6 billion XRP transferred, unknown wallet to Bitfinex. 25.6 billion, once again, 13.3 billion. We can see 14.3 billion, unknown wallet to Bitfinex. 14.3 billion from an unknown wallet to Bitfinex. 14.3, once again. 44.3 billion XRP from an unknown wallet to Bitfinex. 44.3, 58.9. 58.9, so we can see that the issues were there, but obviously this was really caught quickly. There was an issue with properly reading the Ripple node response, resulting in a few wrong posts. We have fixed the issue, but of course it did not stop after that. There were a few that perhaps are true. 26.2 million XRP transfer from an unknown wallet to Bitstamp. So it was nice to see this was caught quickly, but it's always key to come back checking on the likes of the whale wallet activities all through the whale alerts, really catching movements perhaps before they do come to light. So what does that tell us? That hacks are still unfortunately in the space. They're never truly going to go away. Hopefully we do see in time projects, big projects, partnering with proper security projects that we have covered so many times on the channel. There are some fantastic security projects there, and we do feel like these big projects really need to be partnering with them. And of course it's not just projects, it's also exchanges. Exchanges have to be held accountable. Bitfinex perhaps catching something that could have been catastrophic to Ripple, to XRP's price action. Now, granted, the hacker, they maybe made an absolute mess of this one, only having a few cents transferred. The fact they had not enough money in the account to carry the transactions is absolutely ironic. So yeah, just desserts served there to the hacker. So, an interesting topic to start with today's video. Let's get into the technical analysis. So we will start off here. XRP paired up with USDT, Binance being the data source, the 1 day time frame we will kick it off with here. So obviously most recently we were looking at this move that XRP did play out here, and we do see this previous fair value gap that we were looking for the price ultimately to come back up and fill out. This of course was created on this drop to the downside. So ultimately we did see the price come back up, creating this area of the fair value gap where we did see the price dropping on down, and we were looking for this next next move to the upside. We can see here on the 11th of January, the price hitting 62.4 cents, and obviously we have dropped down from there. But overall, we have now seen this fair value gap filled out, which is absolutely fantastic. It was obviously one of our targets. But from there, what have we seen going on? Well, of course, the price has came on down, and well, from there, we're kind of bouncing back up. So what we can overall see here is pretty much just a big range in price for XRP. It's kind of doing a bit of sideways action once again. So overall, we were looking for, first of all, this typical retracement. We have this one mapped up between 61.22 and 71.56. We have seen the price obviously coming up into there on the 10th and the 11th of January. Then from there, we were obviously looking for this next move to the downside. This move to the downside in itself was targeting a move down towards 55.9 and 51.3. And of course, we can see Friday 12th of January, the price in itself has dropped down into this area. But interesting, we have now pushed up and closed above the 200 EMA, trying to come up and test out equilibrium, perhaps testing out the testing out the 50 EMA, perhaps even that 50 SMA. So we could see still a little bit of momentum to the upside for XRP. Ultimately, I do think we have another pullback for XRP's price action. So what does this look like through Elliott Wave theory? We have this A, B and C to the upside, which of course does look complete. The move to the downside, I believe we are looking for this to come up, test the equilibrium, test out the EMA, test out the SMA of 50 there, and then we will see that next push to the downside, coming back into this area of retracement between 55.9 and 51.3. And when we take it back up to the weekly chart, we can obviously assess how XRP closed at the turn of the week. So we do of course see a bullish close for XRP, closing higher than the 50 EMA in red of 54.8, the 50 SMA in green of 52.9, and the 200 EMA in white of 49.69. So overall, a bullish close for XRP. But it's not just the SMAs and the EMAs that are bullish for XRP. When we look at that stochastic positioning on this weekly time frame, where we have seen it come all the way down here, currently sitting at 17.74%, the stochastic is resetting very quickly, where we can see the stochastic is now back in the oversold position on the weekly time frame. This is unlike many others in the space, so perhaps, not holding any weight to this, but perhaps XRP is looking to gear up for its next move to the upside. Now, of course, we can take a note of the last move it did play to the downside, this obviously being roughly the same kind of time frame. We've seen around about 35 days the stochastic resetting with a 54.95% move to the downside. Now, most recently, we have seen this one playing out 63 days, and the drop to the downside nowhere near as severe. We've obviously seen around about 33% drop to the downside. So overall, it does look like XRP on this weekly time frame is looking for that next push to the upside. Now, granted, I don't expect this one to happen quickly or, play out in a certain amount of time, but a push back up, perhaps testing out the 75 to 80 cent level, or the higher area we have here between 85 and 93 could be the potential moves on the card for XRP on the weekly time frame. When we throw in the Gaussian channel, one other thing obviously I would like to come down and check, we covered this in the last video also, we did see the price action come down to try and test out the mean band of the Gaussian channel. We've obviously bounced up from there, so should we see the price break the upper level of the band once again, currently sitting around about 60.6 cents. Should we see that broke, then yes, that would give us the idea that we would be looking for more of a move to the upside, a break higher than the upper band of the weekly Gaussian channel. Well, overall, we could be looking for a bit of a bullish move for XRP. Again, this is on the weekly time frame. I don't expect this one to happen quickly, play out, over the next coming days, perhaps not even the next week or two. This will take a while to play out, but overall, XRP on the higher timeframes is starting to look a bit bullish. So wrap that one up there for today, guys. Let us know your thoughts on this one. How do you feel about the hack that Bitfinex have managed to avoid overall, but did, of course, happen? Let me know what your thoughts on that one are. I find it very interesting that, it was even possible that that could have happened. Should that hacker have had any form of, fiat in their account, then that would have been catastrophic to the price of XRP. What would we have woke up to today? Where would the price of XRP really have been? Half of its value could have been stolen. I do think that's, it's quite a scary thought overall. And again, the weekly chart, potentially looking pretty bullish here. It's fantastic. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on all of the content in today's video. If you've enjoyed it, again, as always, guys, please do smash up the like button, subscribe, tap on the bell, all the usual good stuff. Yeah, if you want to continue watching anything more on the channel, check out this video right here.